You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. It seems that everybody I know has a love-hate relationship with their sleep quality. And they all have a really strong opinion about their mattress. I know I did. Helix Sleep is my sponsor today, and my strong opinion is I love my Helix. I track my sleep. Do you? I was not getting enough deep sleep, the kind that restores your body. My wife says I was just a grumpy old man. I said, no, it's my mattress. And I was right, because it changed when I got my Helix Sleep mattress. I start on my back, I turn on my side, so they can customize their mattress to fit my personal needs. They can do it for you, too. In fact, Helix has 20 unique mattresses. By the way, I up my deep sleep from 30 minutes to over 2 hours, and I put an end to that tossing and turning. It's awesome. Free shipping, 120-night sleep trial, limited lifetime warranty, and the Happy with Helix guarantee with seamless returns and exchanges. Go to helixsleep.com/dailyboost for 20% off site-wide, 25% off Luxe mattresses, 30% off Elite mattresses. That's helixsleep.com/dailyboost for 20% off site-wide, 25% off Luxe mattresses, and 30% off Elite mattresses. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/dailyboost. Every day people ask me, what's my latest, greatest hack to get what they want in life? I have one for you today. They're my sponsor, Rise, a science-based app that helps you improve your sleep and your energy. I didn't know I needed it until I got introduced to Rise. It's amazing. I can tell you it works. Go to risescience.com/boost and download the Rise app today. You can try it free for 7 days. All right, let's do this thing. 15 years, can you believe it? One simple mission. Life begins when you move, and then you got to deal with it because challenges start. And that's what we do every single day. Today, I want to share with you a mindset. It's kind of a system of keeping yourself on track, a map, if you will. I just started using this 20 years ago, and it always works, and I always put this in place. There's a lot of moving parts, but you'll get the basic concepts on today's show, I promise you. You're going to love what you learned today. Some of you have already learned it. I know, because I was talking to you this morning on Zoom, and you're telling me how you're using it. It's awesome. It is the Daily Boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day, but a reality-based boost, meaning that we look at the world for what it is, good, bad, ugly, like a Clint Eastwood movie, right? And, okay, fine. Okay, fine. So it didn't go the way you wanted it to go. So there's something that's a little more difficult than you thought it was going to be. Maybe life is beautiful and amazing, and you're like, well, it shouldn't be harder. I'm kind of that way, by the way. I kind of think there should be a bigger challenge. But we look at the world, we say, what do you want? And let's figure out how to get it. You can trust me, every single day you are in good company. Tens of thousands of people are doing exactly what you are doing right now. Exactly. Some of them just trying to figure it out. Some of them getting it done. Some starting over. Some starting for the first time. It's all kinds of crazy stuff. You are in good company. All you have to do is know what you want and be willing to show up and go after it. We'll help you do that today. My name is Scott Smith. I'm the founder and the chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. So I mentioned folks asking me for my latest success hack at the beginning of the show. And one of my sponsors, Rise, is my latest one. Now, I'm going to go off book today. That means, I have stuff in front of me they would like me to tell you. I'm going to tell you what I want to tell you. How's that? About 3 weeks ago, Rise came to me and they said, we want to sponsor your show, but we want you to use the app and just be honest about it. I said, okay. I've never used a sleep app before. I've never used the Apple Health on my iPhone before. It was kind of a strange thing for me, but I did want to get my sleep settled down. I was kind of having a couple rough nights from time to time. Plug the app in using Rise's scientific fact-based approach. Figured out that my sleep debt was Well, it was a little bad. Had to fix that. My circadian rhythm was kind of off. Had to fix that. It helped me track it and told me what to do. It taught me 16 science-based habits. Okay, well, that's not really true. It's teaching me 16 science-based habits. I got a couple of them down already. Basically allowing me to reduce sleep debt and to optimize my daily schedule. And I've always said, if you optimize your energy, you're going to do great. You're going to love Rise. I cannot encourage it any higher. They use historical data from your phone, your apps, your wearables, and essentially they teach you when you're going to be groggy, when you're going to feel great, when you can focus, all that kind of stuff, and you will feel the difference with Rise. So do me a favor. Go try it. Go to risescience.com/boost. Download the Rise app right now. Try it free for 7 days. You can become a morning person. You can be more refreshed, be less exhausted, all that good stuff. Go to risescience.com/boost. Try Rise, the Rise app, free for 7 days. And send me a note. Let me know how it's working for you, because it's working great for me. I'll send you a note too if you want me to. risescience.com/boost. To say it's been a little crazy around here the past couple of days would be a massive understatement. You know, we sold our home, our alpaca farm. We sold everything. Somebody gave us a price. Basically, I said, give me a stupid price, the one that says you got to move out. And they did. My realtor said, where are you going to go? And I said, we're going to land in the motorhome. So today, this show being broadcasted as a test broadcast from the luxurious motor coach sitting in my driveway. And I think it sounds pretty good as we get ready to go out and really not having an idea where we're going. We're just going to travel a bit and explore the country and just kind of land where we land. I'm so excited, I cannot tell you. And I can't wait to bring you along for the journey. We're going to do that soon. It's on the Operation Reinvention podcast, which will begin to come out to our members next week. I'm going to start the journey, and then I'll share it with you, okay? So let's talk about something I used a very long time ago to set up a roadmap for success. Now, this is, it's not even something I used a long time ago. It's something I still use to this day. It's kind of the basis for everything I do. And every time I work with a coaching client and I lay things out in front of them, I say, this is what we have to go through. I'm putting this stuff in place. So this is not the tips and tricks that you're going to find maybe on Reddit or something like that. This is not a productivity hack. This is not something that somebody on iTunes is going to say, do this and do this and do this. This is a system that if you follow and you put it in place with every single thing you do, life gets better, far less complicated, and a lot easier. So if you've been around a while, you know I call it my MAPS system. It's very simple. It's an acronym that stands for MAPS, beginning with M, motivation. So everything, whether you like it or not, whether you poo-poo motivation or not, everything begins with motivation. Every single thing that you do, it all starts there. Usually once you're motivated to do something, you get inspired to go do it. So it all starts there. You have to know your why. You have to know what the heck you're going after. So every single thing I do, before I even begin it, I'm going to go, okay, so what's my motivation? And motivation, gosh, I just need more money to pay my bills. That's not motivation. It is, but it's not the good stuff, not the long-term stuff. You can take care of that. It's the deep, intrinsic things that are inside of you that drive you to go through whatever it takes to get what you want. So there is no reason, in my view, to start anything if you aren't sufficiently motivated to go after it. If you don't know at excruciatingly deep levels why you want it, I often won't begin. Some folks will say, Scott, well, come on. Sometimes you get started going down the road and then you figure it out. And I agree with that. But until I know exactly the motivation that's driving me, I don't go after it because I know I'm not going to sustain it. And you know it as well. If I were to be honest with you and you honest with me and we talk back and forth, you would tell me that. You would say, Scott, I know when I have it deeply inside of me, when I'm highly motivated, I go get it done. I'm trying to get that. So the show's not about that today, but the show is about having that as the first step in the MAPS program. Motivation. Number 2 is accountability. Now, I will never hold you accountable. You know why? Because you fire me. You tell me to go away. Scott, help me do this. Keep me on track. Keep me between the lines. I say, hey, how you doing? You say you're fired. Stop bugging me. So this is about you. It's about you putting benchmarks in place and understanding that for you to accomplish anything, you have to know your roadmap. You have to know the different intersections you're going to be doing. You have to know how you're going to get there. Without your accountability, without you holding yourself accountable, if you say, I'm going to save $1 million, I'm going to do it in 5 years, you should know about when that's going to start happening. You have to. Otherwise, it's going to take you 10 years. You'll never get to it. So the motivation to go after it, the accountability to know you're following through. What's the P in the MAP system? It's planning. Plan your work your plan. Plan it to the level you need to. I have a big adventure coming up right now. I've planned a lot, and a lot I've kind of left out. I'm not worried about it. But I know essentially, basically, kind of, sort of, pretty much what's going on. Now, that is a kind of motivation you're not going to find on another podcast. Basically, pretty much, almost, kind of, sort of. Yeah, but I know I'm heading out the door and I know what direction I'm heading and I know where I'm going to land. I know when I'm going to get back. I know all that stuff. I have planned out sufficiently what I need because no battle plan survives the first battle. You know that, right? It just doesn't happen. A lot of folks sit down in a theoretical world and decide to plan every little thing to the finest detail, thinking that, okay, if we can at least get this far, everything will go perfectly. It just won't happen that way. It's not going to happen. So what you do is you have your motivation, you have your accountability, and then you plan the big chunks, the most essential items, the ones that are going to make you sleep good at night, the ones that are going to make it all happen. You want to make sure you have an idea how everything is going to play out. Don't get down in the minutia and the details. Don't worry about that stuff. It's going to change on you anyway. Big chunk planning. Next, I always move to, at a certain time, maybe not today, but I'll move it at a certain time in my process to the systemization level. That's the first S in the MAP system. So we have MAP, we have motivation, accountability, planning, and systemization. Now, systemization is pretty cool because you want to get routines and rituals. I'm not talking computers and automation and things like that, although it could be. I'm talking about process. I'm talking about routine. I'm talking about rituals. I'm talking about things that you just do on a regular basis. You get out of bed and you just do it without thinking about it. These are these habits you have in place, the good ones that move you forward. So as you figure out your plan and figure out where you're heading and what's working, you want to notice that and systemize it. You don't want to have to think about it every single day. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. We've all been to the first day of school or the first day on a job, and it was so difficult because you didn't understand the system. As soon as you figured it out, it got easier. All I'm saying is anything you want to do in your world, get to a point where you can systemize it so you don't have to think about it anymore. Why? Because if you don't have to think about the basics that are just working for you, then you can think about something else, and that's how you grow your life. Finally, the final S, and I added it on, was something I call sustainability. So many times, if you listen to me on a Monday, I will say, have you done your homework? Have you looked into your life to see how it's going? Do you like what's happening or do you not like what's happening? If you like it, how are you going to keep it? In other words, how are you going to sustain it? If you don't like it, how are you going to get rid of it? I can promise you change is coming. Change is constant. Whether you like it or don't like it, something is going to happen along the way. So after you go through your process of building whatever you want to build in your life, knowing how to sustain it for as long as you want to sustain it is key here. And a lot of folks don't do that. Essentially, what happens is if you don't think about how you're going to sustain what you're going to be doing, what have you done? You built a house of cards, haven't you? Make sure you set yourself up for the long haul. Because it's going to be a long haul. It always is. Motivation. Everything begins with it. You got to know it. When you finally know exactly why you're going after something, you'll go after it. I promise that. When you know how to hold yourself accountable to make sure you do the things it takes to get that. When you plan the big chunks so you know where you're heading, you'll deal with the minutia along the way. It changes every single day. The systemization aspect of it. You don't want to be thinking about everything you do every single day. You want to make sure that much of it happens on autopilot so you have time to think about other things. And the sustainability aspect of it. How do you make sure what you worked so hard to achieve stays in play for as long as you want it to be there? It never goes away. If you take this basic, very simple way of thinking and apply it to everything you do, it'll change your world. And eventually you'll begin to stack it and layer it. You'll have so many things going on, but they'll all operate within a basic map system. And you'll just get out of bed every single day and live the life of your choosing in a very, very good way. When I came up with the concept and applied it to myself, it worked. But now, 20 years later, working with tens of thousands of people, I hear it working every single day. You should try it too. All right, have a great day. I will see you tomorrow right here on the Daily Boost.